Hello, I'm Nancy. Welcome to my channel. I want to talk with you today about expectation, especially daily expectation. And the expectation that I'm talking about is not just a wishing and a hoping expectation. The expectation that I'm talking about is a knowing that God is involved in your life. It may not be knowing the whole plan of God for your life. It may be just knowing the next step in that plan for your life. I find on days when my expectations are high that there is a sparkle in my eye. My step is a little livelier, and hope rings through all that I say. Hope and expectation that I'm going to make it, that I'm going to experience the life that God has for me, that I'm pleasing to Him, and that I'm going to finish this life long and strong. There are many expectations that we can have in life. As Christians, we should indeed live in the expectation of the second coming of Jesus. He told us He was coming again, and He will come again. And I never diminish this expectation. We should always be sure that that expectation of His return is uppermost in our thoughts. But there's the day-to-day living that has to be done in the meantime. We are not just to hunker down and wait to be rescued from this fallen world. We were never told to do that. We were told to go and make disciples, not just to get people saved. This is vital. Salvation from hell is vital. But we were told to disciple them into this new way of living in the kingdom of God. Even this expectation can bring a sparkle to our eyes and hope to our hearts. Another expectation for each of us is in the search for kingdom living, that we can find God's plan for us, our particular plan, and that we can begin to walk in it. We can experience that fulfillment in everything that we do for God. The kingdom of God is within us. Christians should be living from the inside out. Unfortunately, if you look around, the lives of many Christians do not reveal this, do not express this. They're living in the fruit of their thinking. They've not done as Romans 12 tells us to do. They have not renewed their minds to think like God thinks. They have conformed themselves to this world, to this present culture that we find ourselves in. They're continuing to live after the flesh, mostly doing what they want to do when they want to do it. What looks good, what feels good, what tastes good. And also their continuing behavior patterns that they were living in before becoming a Christian. We all start where we are at the point of salvation. But as we've taught before, we're supposed to grow up. We're supposed to change into the image that God has set before us. We're not to live in the manner that the world lives in. We are to live from the inside out. And in order to do that, our inside has to be changed. We're to live out the new creation that we have become. It is a way of thinking so that you think like God thinks. Expectation is a great place to live. It's a hope of something to look forward to. While we can look forward to the return of Jesus, and while we can look forward to living in eternity with God, we still have to live this day-to-day life while we're still here on this earth. Expectation is what makes these days exciting. Vacations, events, special occasions, they are all exciting when they occur. But I find that the days of preparation leading up to each of these can be just as exciting. Now that's me. You may not feel excitement in preparation, but that's how I feel. That's what I experience. So the days of being prepared for the plan of God should be exciting as you live them out. Expectation of that plan should bring an excitement to your life. So if you're not experiencing an excitement in living, you may find that you are not in expectation. We are here on this earth for such a time as this, if you believe the Bible. And we should be excited for each and every day that we're here. Years ago, I was at Walmart one morning. I had just taken early retirement from my commercial insurance career to go into full-time prison ministry. Now, at that point, I had been doing part-time prison ministry for about 9 years. But I felt God was leading me to leave my career and begin to do it full-time. So there I was at Walmart, shopping for supplies that I needed for inside the prison. And I came across a friend. She made the comment that I looked really well. I told her of the change that I had recently made, that I had left commercial insurance and was doing full-time prison ministry. And then I made the comment, I'm living in my dreams. She looked a little puzzled and then said, well, I guess I am too. But her face did not match her words. She had a slight frown on her face, and she could not even manage a smile as she talked. I walked away from her thinking, you said the right words, but your words did not match your thinking. There's no excitement about life. There seems to be no expectation before you. I think about that occasion often when I'm thinking about my life. Does my face match my words? Does my actions reflect the path that I'm walking? I have found when my expectation is high, not only does my words reflect my thinking, but my face, my countenance reflects my thinking also. Expectation is an ingredient that adds excitement to any life experience. Look in the mirror sometimes. Do you see a sparkle in your eye? Is your step a little livelier as you go about your day? Are your words reflecting your expectation? If not, then you may just need to stir yourself up. No one can do this but you. It's the responsibility that we each carry. Stir up that hope, that expectation. Become excited that you're here, still on this earth, one more day. You still have time to make a difference in the lives of others. Don't let the drudgery of life keep you from experiencing the expectation of God's plan for your life. The plan is before you. You may have delayed the plan with bad choices, wrong decisions, people pleasing, or you may not know the full plan of God for your life. But you can know that next step in moving toward that plan. It may be obeying something that you read in your daily devotional. It may be obeying that nudge that you have recently gotten from God. It may be doing the thing that you know that you should be doing. It also may be that you have not been fellowshipping with God like you should in order to be able to hear Him, to hear His voice clearly. Fellowship and obedience, two things that I've talked about previously that you need in knowing the plan of God for your life. You are in charge of yourself. So check yourself out. Is there a sparkle in your eyes? Do you feel excitement of the day? Is expectation flowing in you and through you? Are you experiencing the life that God planned for you? Only you know for sure. Did you notice my repeated reference to sparkle? As you go about your week, pay attention to the sparkle in the eyes of others. They may just be experiencing expectation. If you're enjoying my videos, do me a favor. Please subscribe. And check out each of my playlists when you have a chance. Thank you for watching, and we'll be together again soon.